I just want to introduce the sort of our latest and greatest new technology from Hydroflex. This is giving us an option to actually order some custom boards that we really believe in the durability of the construction. A couple of young guys got together and they really thought this thing through. They re-engineered the foam to make it a little bit more porous, which is, if you're using cooler foam or extruded polystyrene, you really don't want it to be more porous because it loses strength. The idea that they had was, instead of gluing or laminating the fiberglass cloth to the top of the foam, they actually had the idea of forcing resin to go into the foam, and so it actually goes down about this deep. So imagine a board with no stringers, so it means lots of flex, super light, and a really, really tight shell. Once they got to that stage, then the next thought was, well, couldn't we control the flex pattern in some way, because we've got no stringers in it? They decided to put an air valve in it, and you actually literally pump the board up to control the flex patterns in the board. And it's an amazing thought, that you have more porous foam, and then you decide that, well, we can make the foam a lot stronger by actually putting air in it and having each one of those little cells be pressurized and be pushing out against itself. So you do twofold: increase the strength of the strength and the integrity of the foam itself, and then you actually have a proactive flex system. So you can basically control the flex of your board. If you put 2 pounds of pressure, 3 pounds of pressure in your board, it's going to flex. If you put 5, 6 pounds of pressure in your board, it's not going to flex. And actually the air fills the thing from one end of the blank to the other. It's truly an amazing concept. And the real beauty of it for us is it allows us to address the many, many needs of performance SUP surfers. Now we're going to actually charge the core with air and have it be pressurized and press against that really, really airtight core. So how do they do that? Well, basically what we have here is an air valve. It looks just like a bicycle valve. We have a hand pump that's made for it. We have a valve that will allow us to attach here. And so basically what we have is like you would be filling up your bicycle tire. We'll get a close-up of this, and what you'll see is that the board is already charged. It already has a charge in it, and that air charge is from the nose all the way to the tail in every air pocket in this board. It's truly amazing. So if I want to make the board a little stiffer, all I do is just pump it up. And it's really interesting because I tried it myself. I went out first with 3 pounds of pressure, and on the takeoffs I felt like the board was bending and I was pushing water a little bit. And so I paddled back in and I put another 1.5 pounds. I put 4.5 pounds of pressure in it, paddled back out, and it was a completely different board. Truly amazing. Can tell you that this system really works. The other thing that impressed me to no end was the fact that I've been riding this board with a carbon paddle, and if you pan along the edge of the board, you'll see there's absolutely no shatters, no damage to the board, which is really amazing. I mean, we're talking 5-foot Hawaiian, 6-foot Hawaiian surf, and to think that I never hit the side or whatever is ridiculous. So the board is not only durable, but state-of-the-art technology, and I give these guys huge credit for this. Check out the Hydroflex webpage, and you'll get an idea about what they're doing. But great alternative for you want a custom board the way you want it. Basically, Hydroflex is a glassing organization, a glassing process, and any shape that we bring to them, they'll glass. All right, great. That's freaking amazing. Honestly, that's amazing to me. Yeah, I was saying that the other thing that totally amazed me about this particular product, and that's the glassing product from Hydroflex. I rode it for 3 or 4 months, and anybody who does stand-up paddle surfing especially if you're talking about a little bit bigger waves, more performance type surfing. If you think you don't hit your board, and you know you do, go look at your rails and see if it's a board that's painted, you'll have chips in your rail. If it's a hand laid up fiberglass board, you're going to have shatters in the board. But you look at this board close and you see if you can find any damage on it. I was so impressed. That I literally flew to their factory and checked out what they were doing in Carlsbad. Amazing, amazing technology. And for a custom board to be this durable, and that means I can have any shape I want, really, literally from any shaper that I want, if I'm willing to ship the blank, then this is just a really viable option for the performance stand-up paddle sort of surf guy.